Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here presented by Full Throttle Television. Tonight is a special night. My name's Bernie Hanna, by the way, and Tony Solari in the booth, but we are at the season finale race, the Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 200 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. This ends the 2025B season. This ends the regular season. And Tony, after tonight's race, we're into the playoffs. And then it's all to play for as we head into our 10-race stretch to end the 2025 season.
Yeah, tonight we are going to see sparks flying and, hopefully on track, but we're going to definitely see them come from the bottom of the cars because there's some pretty low ride heights out there. But, Daytona play track. So I don't know. I love play track racing. I know a lot of guys don't, but to me it puts on some really good races.
I really enjoy the racing, the aspect itself. Like you're out there playing. It's like Tony Stewart said. Some guys are playing checkers. You're out there trying to play chess. It is a lot of fun to kind of maneuver yourself in a car that handles, that has speed, to try to position yourself. But man, on top of all that, this has got to be nerve-wracking for these guys too, because this is the last chance to lock yourself into the playoffs for a lot of these guys.
Well, yeah, and that's the beauty about Daytona too, and that's why they're nervous, because this is a place that really anybody in the field has an opportunity. I mean, we're going to be seeing guys laying back, probably starting towards the rear end of the field, and they're going to actually push their way all the way to the lead, and a lot of them are going to have a good chance and good opportunity to actually maybe even capitalize and get that win. We see a lot of first-time winners. And we always call it's a mixed bag because you really never know what's going to happen. Some teammates are going to do something. There's always that last lap, last corner mayhem, and it could be anybody.
It really can. It really could. It opens up the opportunity for anyone really to take on this win tonight. So that's what makes plate racing kind of fun. Is a little bit of a lottery, and it also can be frustrating because you can get caught up real easy in one single mistake can take out like half the field, or more. Right. So it can be a little frustrating. Look at the schedule tonight, or for the B season. Again, the last race of the season, a 14-race stretch comes to an end here tonight at Daytona. 120 laps or 160 laps. No, sorry, 80 laps.
80 laps.
I don't know. I'll get there in a minute. 80 laps tonight. 200 miles. Stage length is lap 25. So these guys are going to be racing to that first stage, trying to get those stage points for those guys battling for points to try to point their way into the playoffs. Looking at the B season standings, though, this is an interesting one. Nick Alford took the points lead from Jamie Knopf last week, but it is only one single point between first and second. So tonight's going to be really important deciding that B season champion. I know Alfred's going to do everything he can. And Jamie Knopf, and both those guys have really strong teams behind them and teammates out there working with them. So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of works out. You get Kevin Ruff right there looking to pick up the pieces if it goes wrong for those two guys as well.
Yeah, well, this is definitely a team track event. And, there's a lot of teams out there that actually have quite a few members, and there's a couple guys out there that are just kind of all by themselves. So this is definitely a place where friends are helpful, and, you're going to see a lot of guys working as the team, and, maybe one guy pushing one guy out for a lead towards the end of this, but you're going to see pit stops if we stay green. You're going to see common pit stops. It's kind of a camaraderie or almost like a team sport in a way for tonight, which is, I don't know, I like that aspect as well. I mean, the play tracks are so different in so many different ways. I mean, to me, that's what I love about them. But points panel's going to get heated up again. But hey, this is all for the money for the championship.
And we'll switch over to the playoff standings here tonight. Of course, this being the last race before the playoffs start, you've got 10 guys locked in right now on wins. You got a whole 6 positions up for grabs and points. That is, unless we get a new winner. And look at the names of the guys that haven't had a win this year. Jeff Chandler, you've got Duranko, Malikian, Wayne Grassi's back there on 16th on the bubble. And look at the bubble line, too. Only 20 points separate Wayne Grassi from William Lark. So the battle is on for that last spot, too, provided we don't have another winner. So a lot of things can change throughout the night to move that line or to change who's on the bubble as well. So we'll be kind of watching that closely as well. You got to watch Wayne Grassi, even Alexander Hodge right there below the line, and Brian Messer. Some of those guys getting into must-win territory trying to get in.
Well, and tonight's their last shot, and they do actually have a chance here. But I know, like a Wayne Grossi, he wants to win this or make sure nobody else wins this. So he's got his own prerogatives tonight, and so there's gonna be a lot of little storylines we're gonna find play out. Some of these guys are just in it to be in it. They don't have anything to worry about, and I'm looking at pretty much everybody already locked in, but everybody else might be on a little bit of nerves. And then you got a couple of guys that are like, "Hey, I want to get this done. I want to get that victory for the year," and at least this is a good place where they might be able to get that done. But you got to be clean. You got to know what you're doing. You got to stay safe throughout this race, and you got to be here at the end.
All right, well, they're getting gridded up. It's time for our starting lineup for the Daytona 200 here at Daytona International Speedway. On the pole tonight, the number 90. He started P2 last week at Richmond, starts one spot better tonight with a pole. Jeremy Burns in the number 90 will lead him down to the green. On the outside, it's going to be the 19. That is Richie Coy looking for a back-to-back win. Starting P3, that is Corey Atkins in the number 1, who returns tonight with the 41 of Ray Lane to his outside. Starting P5 is going to be Brian Messer in the number 51. To his outside is going to be the number 3. That is Bob Fitzpatrick. Starting 7th is going to be the 10. That is the 18 of John Connor. And starting to his outside is the 81. That is EJ Luna. Starting 9th is the 35 of Alex Murphy. And rounding out your top 10 is the 98. That is your points leader for B season, Nick Alford.
All right, starting 11th, we have Daniel Simon in the 06. Then starting 12th, we have Kevin Ruff in the number 99. Then in the number 24, we have William Lark starting 13th. Zach Cooper in the car 88 starting 14th. J.C. Evans starting 15th, car 09. Jamie Knopf, our points leader, or one or two, I know it's close up there, in the car 48 in 16th spot. Christopher Harrison in the 17th spot in the number 87. Brian Dixon in the 03 in the 18th spot. Alexander Hodge in 19th spot, car 53. AJ Sabeta, car 84 in the 20th spot. Ben Tracy in the 21st spot, car number 33. Then you got Martin Garreau, car 50 in the 22. Brandon Fetterplace, 23 in car 34. Cameron Elberson, 24 in car 66. 25th is Wayne Grossi, car 7. And then rounding out the field, we have Kyle Milliken, Ray Gill, Tommy Carroll, Jeff Chandler, Travis Gilbert, Kermit Henney, Alan Duraco, TJ Bartell, James Torrey, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., and Mason Hoffner. And that's 36 cars on this big 2.5-mile plate track.
36 cars going to take the green tonight. How many will finish? We're going to find out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rough one.
Not sure.
And a couple of quick notes before we start. Looks like Wayne Grossi starting behind Alexander Hodge, behind William Lark, who's starting in the top 15. So we'll keep an eye on where those guys end up as far as their points totals go. And you talked about our points leader, Nick Alford, starting P9th, winner, second place finisher. Those battles, where is Jamie Knopf starting 16th? So Nick Alford starting towards the front here. So we'll see if he can keep on that.
Well, he definitely have something to race for too. That extra win would get him some more bonus points as well. So I don't think they're going to be sleeping tonight.
Absolutely. Look forward to the action. Hope you guys are enjoying the action tonight too. Watch along with us. Tony, real quick, picks for the night.
I'm going to go with somebody. I'm going to go with the guy I went with last week. And that's going to be Jeff Chandler. I think he's going to start from the back. I think he's going to get it done tonight.
I think Robert Malikian tonight gets it done, locks himself into the playoffs with a win. We'll see what happens. The pace car is off. Green flag is out, and we're racing here at Daytona.
Well, a little drama-free so far. Everybody staying in line, moving along here. And you're going to see, I already see a couple cars dipping down low, trying to get that preferred lane. They should be able to make it on gas before you hit the stage. So really, just kind of keep it clean and just kind of do your thing. You want to be there at the end if you really want a chance of winning this.
Corey Atkins locked right on the back bumper. The 90 of Jeremy Burns as they push out and get that lead on the start. Great push by the inside lane. The outside lane, Richie Coy has fallen back to about 5th and now 6th spot as he drops back behind Alex Murphy.
And that's something we're going to be talking about too, the lanes. And I can't remember the way Talladega went, but I know there was a predominant inside or outside lane, and you really don't want to be stuck in the worst of the two lanes. But sometimes you get a fast car in the outside lane or even in the inside lane with a good pusher behind you, and you're going to see that lane prevail. But you got to worry about too the inside lane. There's too many, a little bit of pushing the pusher, cars bobbling. That's definitely going to slow down the lane. So that's where the outside line can kind of capitalize and maybe even slingshot in front of that leader. So hopefully we see a little bit of that. But I see a lot of guys making some holes that probably don't need to be made right now, but they just want to get down there.
Looks like everybody's wanting to get to the bottom. A lot of sparks, too,
Yeah.
from a lot of the cars. Bottoming out early with that extra fuel on board. We'll see if that improves throughout the night or if some of these guys may be dragging a little speed off their car as Richie Coy continues to fall back on that outside lane, now back to 10th spot.
Yeah, they're not. They're definitely not keeping up right now, and I don't know if he's got the best pusher behind him right now, or even trying to push the issue. No pun intended there, but they are. Yeah, they're definitely falling back, and they keep losing guys once, every now and again too. But the whole line doesn't look organized, and that's something else we're going to be talking about: organization and trying to stay in line, trying to be hooked up. You want to get that air to get that entire lane moving to keep the momentum up, and it's going to make you, even a quarter of a mile per hour faster than the other lane, and that's really all you need around here.
I love that shot down the backstretch. You got a mad pack of 36 cars screaming at you, coming down the straightaway right at you. A lot of fun to watch. But these guys so far so good, doing a good job. But you're right. Looks like the bottom is going to be the predominant lane starting early on here as this top lane continues. Actually, they've kind of found a place to kind of maintain now besides the 40 of Jamie Knopf. They've kind of worked it out now. But you're right. We've talked about guys. You talked about organization of the lines, but also organization of teammates. And that 19 Okoye is one that doesn't really have a teammate out there tonight. So he's going to have to find some odd bedfellows to work with. And you never really know exactly how they push or the moves they make. You're going to be learning all night.
Well, I mean, hey, his teammates are right here. We're rooting them on, but we're not out there at the track. But you got to think too, though. Does the guy behind you even like me? And does he want to push me? Or is he just going to sell me out or use me and abuse me? And that's always got to kind of go through your mind. And it does help when you actually have some teammates out there. And right now, yeah, he doesn't really have anybody, but that doesn't mean he's down and out. And it just does make it a little bit more complicated for him. But I'm looking at the field too, and this is just an amazing stat. We're on lap 5, and the entire field is within 3 seconds of each other, and nobody's lost the lead yet. And we have 36 cars that are all within 3 seconds of each other, and that's very unheard of. Usually we talk about a 1 second gap over second place. The entire field's within 3 seconds of each other. I mean, just imagine. So a little bobble, a little wreck. It's very hard to keep yourself clean there. Oh, somebody got in front of
Messer.
Richie.
Messer moves up. Now the one of Corey Atkins moves up to try to take that spot as well. He's going to lead that outside lane in front of Brian Messer, who jumps up to the outside lane and decides they want to try to lead that outside lane. They saw some things working, and they kind of like it because the 19 Corey moved back up to about third spot, and here we are.
Yeah. Well, you definitely saw, in a way, they kind of sold out the lead car at that time, Jeremy Burns. And, he had no pusher behind him. He really had no air behind him to kind of keep the momentum up. So they both dived out on the outside, got around him. And, that was a really good move, to be honest with you. If you're kind of in that stalemate, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? You can, again, does the person behind me even like me? Can he sell me out at any time? And that's kind of what Corey and Brian Messer basically just did to him right there.
Yeah, so now your new leader, the one of Atkins, on his return after being absent for nearly 2 months.
Yeah, a couple months now. But yeah, good to see the number 1 target car in the back. Hopefully he's not a target. That's all I'm going to say. But good move. I mean, good play with him and Brian right now. So and Brian's really just beating on his bumper, trying to keep him out there.
Got to be careful. Those moves, those bumps like that when you're moving side to side are really easy to go wrong. So he's got to be careful. No, he wants to push. No, he wants to help. We've got to be careful there.
Yeah, and you could see, though, unfortunately, what happened to Richie Coy. Richie Coy was just kind of there as being the front man for a minute, and that lane completely dried up once they went back low.
He brought the momentum. He brought the power to those guys to be able to make that move. They made that move, and he's now back to about 10th spot where he was.
Well, and I said this even a little while ago. That lead car of each lane. You need to have a fast car to stay out in front. I mean, the fast car. The lead car is definitely going to burn up more fuel than some of the rest of it, and you might get into that fuel predicament later on in the race. But when you're leading a lane, you got to know too. Is my car fast enough to even get up there? Do I need to kind of sit back or maybe let somebody else lead? And hopefully, somebody else maybe take advantage of me from the inside and bounce in front of you. Kind of like what Corey and Messer did there, but it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to choke up the lane too much, because eventually you're just going to keep people jumping off the ship for the low lane.
We saw a little pushing the pusher there down the backstretch. Got to be careful with that as well. So now he got in the back of the 51 when he was pushing the one there. So we'll see if that develops into something. But those three cars are really good down the backstretch. They're carrying a lot of momentum.
Yeah, they're definitely looking good. But yeah, you definitely do not want to be pushing the pusher, and that's always one of those unfortunate lessons that you learn a little too late. And they just got to be careful with it. And we'll see. There's a lot of racing to go, and even to the stage here too. And how I always say, you got to relax. Tires. The one thing I won't say, tires aren't really an issue out here, so you don't have to worry about that. But you definitely got to kind of be careful with your moves and play it smart. Act like we are playing chess out there. Don't consider this as a checkers game by any means.
Right on board with the 81 EJ Luna in that pack there. He's actually right beside our outside lane leader, the Richie Coy, number 19. And you can just listen to how much throttle he's not using, I guess, at this point. The good thing for us too, Tony, is there's no saving fuel in the first stage. You haul balls. You got it all. So use all the fuel you want. We'll make it to lap 25. We'll refuel. We'll go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely can make it on fuel. They're going to have one stop towards the later end. And, to me, I love to see a green flag stop coming into the second half of this race. But, I guess we're going to see. It looks like Richie Coy did eventually kind of not led that lap, or leaving that lane anymore. So he's got some guys in front of him. It looks like Kevin Ruff and
Bob Fitzpatrick.
Oh, it's Bob Fitzpatrick.
The three of Fitzpatrick jumped up front with Kevin Ruff, and now they're leading that outside charge, and they're actually starting to make some ground, but it's requiring a lot of energy for them to try to make that, but they are starting to claw back towards the front.
Yeah, they almost need a little bit of bobble here and there from the inside lane to kind of make that happen. It looks like, too, we had somebody else jump out on the outside. I'm in such
18.
Oh yeah, the 18. I'm in such a wide angle to catch all these catch all the action on all these cars. He unfortunately, the 18 fell right back to so that outside he definitely did not have any help. Maybe a little earlier of a move. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he was expecting one or two other guys to kind of go with him as well. So.
Kind of chucked up that outside lane right now. They're kind of falling back, trying to get that momentum back as the 18 fell back to the 3 there.
And Kevin was kind of pushing the pusher there at the same time, and Kevin's actually kind of lumping out on my screen as well. So that is a very dangerous situation at this point right now.
Well, we're just about halfway to the stage break, so still a long way to go before we start thinking about those moves, but you do kind of want to start moving towards the front.
Well, if you want those stage points, you're going to have to maybe try to make a move or two, but if stage points really aren't part of your mantra for tonight, I would just chill in the back. Maybe hope that the big one doesn't happen. I mean, usually, there's always a race to that checkered flag, and the way stage racing goes, you might have there might be a little mayhem getting up to that stage too. So you're best off, if you don't need to be in it, don't be in it. Save that car for later.
Just looking at chat, we got a few people out there watching, some cheering on Ben Tracy in the 33. That's Brianna Sprague from last week. You got Mona Solari out there cheering on the 19 of Coy. So
I'm out there cheering on Richie. Go Richie. He's got no friends up tonight, Mom.
Not even in the booth.
Yeah, neither one of us picked it.
Yeah, I know. Right outside lane starting to make some moves now. The 18 of John Connor leading that outside lane, starting to inch up now. He's beside third place and starting to get beside second place here. Let's see if they can do something to maybe make a move for the lead.
Well, I had to rewind a little bit because there was I don't even know what car it was because again I'm so far back here. It looked like the 81 just got out on a lane there in the back straight. I don't know if he yeah, he just kind of got on the line, and I don't know if that choked up the lane a little bit too, but that kind of helped out that 18, and he's definitely getting a great push from the 3 right now, and you know, and I can't even remember it. Kevin Ruff is he's being really close, almost pushing the pusher, but he's staying at a good, reasonable distance where it is kind of giving them a little bit of momentum there.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of checkups here on the outside lane. Actually, the 19 Okoye jumps to the inside lane. He abandons that top lane, so he's going to move in behind J.C. Evans on that inside line.
Yeah, I think he probably wanted to maybe kind of secure some of those stage points there, and maybe the inside line, even if he's going to be fighting for maybe 10th, which is kind of where he's at right now, he might have a better luck of trying to stay up there in the 10th spot, or at least try to fight for that 10th spot. Although as I say that, he's fallen back to like 12th or 13th, I think, right now.
Meanwhile, your leader still the one of Corey Atkins, still leading over Brian Messer in the 51. Jeremy Burns in second. Alex Murphy up to third. Alex doing a great job there, trying to get all the points he can in fourth, and fifth is going to be the 06. That's Daniel Simmons.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. The Tracy Motorsports, they are all over the board. You got Daniel up in fifth. Jamie Knopf is still towards the back. I'm looking for him on the leaderboard here. He's way back there.
He's
Ben Tracy's
13th.
24th. Oh, okay, he's 13th. So yeah, but they're all spread out right now. And again, too, at some point in this race, you're going to try and see these teams link up. And they're gonna duck and jive and go in and out and try to get with their team at some point. Especially too if we get to those pit stops, those green flag stops. That is.
Of course, got to mention in chat to Doyle Lawrence, of course, cheering on the 31 of Jeff Chandler, who is currently looking for him. Is he one of the guys in the
all
back?
the way?
Yeah,
he's in the 35th right now.
Let's get back there and see what they're doing. Maybe riding and waiting for the big one to happen.
Well, he did get choked up into that second pack, but that's probably the safe place to be right now. And if you look at it too, you got Wayne Grassi, you got Kermit Henn back there, you got Alan Duranco, James Torrey, and they're just a little 5-car pack. They're definitely not going to lose a lap or anything by draft, but they are in the safe spot right now. And it's probably not a bad place to be, especially like I say, if you're looking for those stage points. At least get to lap 25 clean.
At 51, all over the back bumper of the one of Corey Atkins.
And these cars will overheat, so they got to worry about that. We did see, I believe we saw, was it the 3 at Talladega where his engine blew. So, you definitely got to manage that heat, when you're pushing. Especially, the 51, like you say, he was all over the one.
Boy, and if someone blows up front here in the top 5 or so, you hope they get off track in time, but, man, that happens quick.
Right. It does, and it's one of those things where, again, the top 33 cars, or 32 cars right now are within about 5 seconds of each other. So, they're spread out a little bit, but still, stuff can happen mighty quick. And you can see a little bit of that slinky checkup on the inside lane there. Man, they are all checking up. And watch that outside line just go. And there goes the 18, dip it down. We got a new leader.
18 and John Connor to the point as he pulls down in front of the one of Corey Atkins. He's going to take control of this race. John Connor to the front. Now Bob Fitzpatrick on that outside lane trying to make his move and possibly get around the 18. He's actually going to lead that lap. And caution is out. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. with issues off of turn 2. Looks like a single car incident. He spins it around, but he gets it righted, but caution is out.
Man, and from what I'm hearing, that is the stage. So there will be an early stage, and then I don't know what the fuel mileage was, and I'm just hoping that they're going to be able to actually make 30 laps. They should, from what I recall.
For some reason, my cautions are not showing up.
Was it senior that had the issue or junior? Yeah, it was senior. Okay. I was looking at junior there. I got a little confused. I got to go back and see exactly what happened to him.
Let's go back and see what happened to the 12 of Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. Coming off pit road. Were they on pit road?
No, honestly, it
What?
was because of that it was that checkup.
Actually, it was going into turn 3, wasn't it? So going into turn 3, they all get checked up. And somebody, he just gets in the back of him. Spins around in turn 3.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, and he gets hit again with the pack of the cars that were back there to avoid the wreck. They come through and make contact with him.
Ouch. Yeah, he got a few of those cars as well. Wow.
Was that Jeff Chandler? Yeah, it was Jeff Chandler.
The safest part, yeah, Jeff hit him hard too.
Man.
The safest part of the track and
Yeah.
the safest position, and man.
Who did he get up into there? 31's got somebody pinned against the wall there. Is that Hoffner? No.
Henning, I believe he avoided him, got up into the wall a little bit.
Man.
Wow.
That's disappointing to see on so many different levels.
Yeah, I mean, TJ got a little taste of that. I'm going back through. Duranko looked okay. The 6 and the 31 actually had a little contact just trying to avoid the 12, but the 12 unfortunately still got it. Hadn't hit the wall. Wayne Grossi was able to kind of slide through, though. Man, all those cars we were just talking about.
Man.
There's a bit of chatter in the team chat or in the driver's chat right now, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but apparently people are not happy with other people for various reasons.
What's up, guys in the booth?
What's up there,
What's
Mr.
going
Ritchie?
on?
Just want to make sure you guys know this was the stage.
Yes, I've been monitoring that channel. I heard you call it out, so but I appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Oh, cameo for the 19 of Coy.
How's your race going so far?
Sucky.
Well, we'd love to be out there, but nobody would be up here, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'll see you guys at the end. Have fun.
Yeah, Mom's rooting for you, so. Well, there was an unexpected Richie Coy sighting. So.
Currently running in the 16th spot is Coy, so yeah, he's having a
Started
night
second.
so far. But you know what?
Yeah.
You have to kind of manage your expectations coming into Daytona or into any super speedway race because there's so many things that are out of your control. You've got to, kind of rely on some other guys, and sometimes that doesn't work out.
Yeah, and that's the truth. It's a lot of the guys that really hate the super speedway tracks don't really. I feel they just don't understand them, and I think you got to have that understanding that anything could happen and anything goes, and your main goal tonight is not really racing anybody else. It's just trying to take care of that car in any way possible shape you can, and if you're there at the end, and I've said it many times, if you're there, last lap, last corner. You might have a chance of winning this. I mean, anything can happen.
All right, well, we are 2x2 getting ready for a restart here. And right now, Corey Atkins, Alan Duranko, the front row. Kind of got a mix-up in strategy where those guys came to pit road. Some took tires, some no tires. Maybe some 2 tires even there. So it's kind of mixed up the field here.
Well, I'm wondering. I think Alan stayed out, to be quite honest with you.
You got Duranko and Atkins on the front row. You got John Connor, Ray Lane, Kevin Ruff, William Lark, your top 6. Yeah, maybe Duranko. Duranko's actually second, it looks like.
He's showing me first, but yeah, Corey does look like he does have points. So I don't know. They're going green here.
Let's see what happens.
I'm going to look at Alan, make sure whether he pit or not, to be quite honest.
Pace car's off. They enter the restart zone, getting ready for the green flag. The one fires off, and we are green here at Daytona once again.
Yeah, Corey got a good jump there. Yeah, Alan did not pit. which is kind of surprising. I mean,
Well,
he
then does
was
that mean
leading
Corey did not pit as well?
No, I believe Corey did pit.
Well,
Let me
then
look.
I don't know how he was leading the race then.
Yeah, that's kind of. Let me go back and look at Corey then. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, as we got 3 wide down the backstretch, Zach Cooper looking to make it 3 wide on the 2 of Duranco, and he does. They dump the 2 of Duranco out of the pack as they head into turn 3.
Yeah, Allen just didn't look like he was going very much, and I was just about to say too. I mean, if he didn't pit, he's definitely not going to have enough gas unless he's planning on another caution here soon. He was leading that little mini pack in the back too, so I mean, he's definitely burned up probably more gas than some of these other guys out there. So yeah, I don't know what that strategy was all about.
Well, they're all getting checked up here on the outside lane. They've got to be careful here. As you see Zach Cooper getting a big push. That's Zach Cooper leading that outside lane.
Well, Corey did go out and pit. Looks like I believe he just got left. Yeah, he just got right side tires. I don't understand. Yeah, how Durango got up to the front there. That's very odd.
Now you got the 19 of Corey jumping to the outside lane, following the Travis Gilbert in the 86, trying to lead that outside line.
Let's see what Richie does as a pusher, because he didn't really have too much. It didn't look like he had enough steam to kind of lead that pack. But let's see. I'm sure he's gonna be hitting that bumper anytime soon here and trying to get Travis up there. Well, Travis might have a little hole there. You never know what some of these guys are going to do. You think you're going to be pushing the guy, and then he kind of skates out from in front of you, and
man, this
got nowhere to go.
This is looking rough right here. These guys are kind of all over the place here to start. Oh, you see the 86 does duck back to the inside, leaving. Oh, now he's going to pull back out.
Like he used it as a little bit of an air springboard there, because he got a little bit of momentum out there. Although that inside line was checking up quite heavily.
It's a lot of moving around, though. That can easily cause an issue.
Wow. And then, the inside line got major checked up. I mean, look at the amount of, the whole outside line just basically went out, and there goes Travis to the point. Richie almost had an opportunity to dive down there in a second, but he missed that opportunity. I can see him going down now. There he goes.
Yeah, it was the 86 and 41, I think, are teammates or pseudo teammates. So no surprise they're working together there. And now you got who's leading that outside lane? Is that the 24 of Lark? Now you've got somebody jumped up in front of him.
Yeah, that was Corey Atkins, his teammate. So we have teammates that looks like, or maybe pseudo teammates up front right now, but you definitely have teammates on the outside line. And let's see what the two of them have. I mean, Corey looked like he had a pretty fast car leading those laps there, but what could he do on the outside? That's going to be the test of strength there.
We've seen these Carolina boys work well together, but we've also seen them wreck well together. So we'll see which one we see tonight.
Oh, we got a little bit of mayhem going on in the back. I think we're going to have a yellow. Yep, and there it is.
Alexander Hodge involved, one of the guys trying to race his way into the playoffs.
There happened to be a little checkup right in front of Wayne Grassi there with, it was at the 81 car, AJ Cepeda.
Jamie Knopf involved, one of our points guys. Jamie Knopf around, and that is championship implications. Let's go back and see what happened to cause this yellow flag here.
Looked like, kind of looked like the outside lane kind of choked up a little bit. The 81 could not get off of our actual points leader, Nick Alford, and Nick didn't get hurt there, but then Wayne couldn't get slowed down enough, and I think then, Alexander Hodge was the brunt end of the stick there.
Yeah, there was a checkup, and he just didn't get checked up in time. And let's see, who did he get down into there?
He got he rear-ended the 03, and then it looked like he got into the 48.
The 48.
Yeah,
he came across on Jamie Knopf there, and unfortunately, Jamie Knopf getting pushed after the fact.
Yeah, by TJ. TJ was trying.
Yeah,
TJ was half in and off the apron, and all I saw was sparks. So I wonder how much the brakes are actually working when you see that many sparks. Doesn't look like Jamie got too heavily damaged. I mean, it was a high-speed crash, but nobody really plowed into him hard, but that's a tough deal.
On board with TJ Bartell. Let's see what he saw. Boy, almost. I don't know how long they stuck together right there. I don't know, but he tried his best to stay off of him, and I think he got minor. He maybe got, if he got any damage, it's minor damage.
Yeah, I don't think TJ really got much. Jamie does have a little bit of buckle on his right front fender, and I gotta look at the rear fender because I know he got clobbered there at the end. The rear fender, he's got a little stuff back there as well. Aero's a big part of this track, and you might be able to get this thing fixed up a little bit now. I'll tell you though, the guy who didn't pit, Alan Duranco, I guarantee he's in for tires and maybe gas. Maybe not tires, but definitely gas. And I just saw him. He got tires as well. So I don't know if his strategy really helped him because he's still sitting at 31st right now. So he's definitely hey, at least he's on the same tire schedule and it has gas in that car right now. But that brings us to what, lap 30? So that means they got 50 to go. 25 laps being the bit. Yeah, there's definitely going to need to stop, but it shouldn't come down to a fuel mileage deal because, even if they pit, they definitely got 25 laps of fuel in here.
No, but what it does,
midway.
What it does is makes it really, it tightens up the fuel window. So you got more people pitting in a shorter span now. So you can make it on one stop, but that window that you can pit is kind of a smaller window just because of how far you can go.
Yeah, and I mean, usually the trends, and our team, we like to maybe pit a little earlier if it's, and that's of course if it stays green, but then that's a gamble you play because if there is a caution, which often does happen, during some of those stops, you got to pay attention, especially if you don't take tires. The car gets a little greasy on exit. It's a gamble, but yeah, it's definitely gonna. We'll see what they do. Hopefully, we'll stay green to see them.
We got somebody out there watching during their 3-hour lecture. I hope his professor doesn't find out.
Well, I must say I don't know what the lecture's on, but I'm sure this is a little bit more entertaining. That's all I'm going to say.
You're probably right. Doyle says unbelievable. Yeah, it's yeah. And then, of course, Brianna's saying they're watching Ben Tracy. Ben Tracy was lucky. Yeah. Sometimes you got to have a little luck on your side here at these super speedways. And Aaron Satcher saying, "What a guy!" I don't. Aaron, you'll have to clarify. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna have to kind of tell us which guy. There's 36 of them out there. Unless maybe you count 38, one of us.
What about the pace car driver? And the flagman?
Maybe. He's a pretty good guy.
What about the crowd?
Yeah. There might be one or two in the crowd. I'm looking, I'm just looking, too, to see, who was our early pits. Right now, the top 5 did not actually go in for that stop. So we didn't have many takers.
They're going to have to stop sooner than some of these other guys. But they should... Let's see. They should still be able to make. Yeah, I don't know. 20. Ooh. Maybe. They might be fine.
Yeah, I mean, but it's definitely going to change their strategies compared to some guys who maybe have already pitted. Although, usually too, you don't see too much discrepancy of what lap they come in. You'll see one group come in, and then usually another group will come in a lap or two afterwards. So it's really that first group that comes in that really kind of starts the ball rolling for pit stops around here. Again, they got to stay green. So so far they've been, I give them 50-50 on it, but it's going to be exciting one way or another.
Now you got Travis Gilbert and Ray Lane lined up 1 and 2. Travis on the outside, and you got John Connor, Richie Coy, Alex Murphy, your top 5. You got Atkins, Martin Garreau showing up in the top 10. Cameron Albertson, Kevin Ruff, and Wayne Grassi as we go back to green.
Well, that's what we've been saying. These guys, anything can happen, and even if you're in the back of the field, you can work your way up to the front of the field fairly quick. So, Wayne Grassi, there's proof right there as well. So it could be anybody's game right now.
All right, everybody got in line. Now there's going to be a little bit of a checkup as we get down the backstretch of the inside lane because everybody's kind of getting organized, getting up to speed, and getting to the bumper of the guy in front of them. We'll hope everything kind of goes smoothly here as we head into turn 3.
Well, it's just like traffic. You always have that one guy that's sleeping, in whatever lane they're in, and you're like, hey, I can get into that lane right now. So they're all kind of settling out right now, especially on a restart. And usually, too, I'm not one of those guys that really like to go hog wild on a restart until I know that car in front of me is moving. But, that does lose a little bit of momentum, too, for these.
Look up in 6th spot. That is the 7 of Wayne Grassi. He was he was part of the group that lost the draft early on. He finds himself up there in P6 having a good run right now.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Yeah, he went from that back group all the way up to the front here, and he's one of those guys we talked about. He doesn't want to see a new winner tonight unless it's him. So he's definitely in the right spot for it right now.
Travis Gilbert getting a good push from the 18 of John Connor in 2nd. Ray Lane in 3rd. All 3 of those guys lined up 1, 2, 3 with Coy in 4th and Corey Atkins in 5th. Corey kind of laying back from the 19. Is he thinking about jumping to this top lane and leading that lane? Here's the outside lane starting to gather some momentum.
There he goes. Yep.
There you go.
He was waiting for Alex Murphy to kind of catch up to him. Will Alex, there's always that little hesitant too when Alex did have a bit of a run there, and he did kind of have to slow up a little bit for Corey. But yeah, it definitely did not work for Corey. Corey's going back right now. Corey wanted to make that run he made earlier work, but although they're starting to pick up a little steam now again.
There was a car that disappeared behind the 7. I'm not sure what car that was, but he's no longer there.
Is that Zach Cooper maybe?
Whoever it is, he's no longer there. So,
yeah, I'm gonna have to. Let me go back and rewind because.
We're 3 wide back here behind him. The 48, Jamie Knopf making it 3 wide on Brian Messer, and we do have a caution. Oh,
and that was the 88 that did blink out there.
We got a wreck behind him here, back there. James Torrey back there with Mason Hoffner. All right, let's go back and see what our yellow flag was for here. There's three wide back there. Mason Hoffner comes down, makes contact with the 03, Brian Dixon, and then comes down and collects the 6 and somebody else.
Yeah, James just happened to be in the wrong place, wrong time there. And, this is the part of the race. We don't actually have those final pit stops yet. This is what I say this at every plate grab. Hopefully some of these guys, maybe when they watch this replay, this is the time of the race where you just relax a little bit. This is really there's nothing to gain except just getting those laps down so you could be there for your final pit stop. So I never understand what the rush is to especially make it 3 wide, especially in the middle of a race like this. I don't see how it gains. I don't see how you gain. I could be wrong though, but maybe somebody explain it to me later. Yeah. I don't know.
You got to look at it. It's like a 75% chance it doesn't work out. And
yep.
If there's a 25% it doesn't work out at this point, you probably want to save that for the end, because if not, you just end up with a wrecked race car and you're not going to have a chance anyway.
Exactly. I mean, maybe they're experimenting a little bit to see if they can get the 3rd lane working, but I ain't gonna lie to you. If the 2nd lane ain't working, you're not gonna get a 3rd lane to work either. So,
but that experiment just cost you a race car. So,
and that's true too. Yep.
Was it worth it? I don't know. After the fact, you can always say that. In the moment, these guys are racers. But we got everybody on pit road here.
All right. Well, and I would see why this would be beneficial for a lot of these guys. I don't know if they can do 45 laps unless they're maybe clutching it around here. I mean, by the time they go green, it's going to be lap 38. So they're gonna have to maybe try to make 43, 44 laps on a tank. I don't know if that's the window. I never bothered to ask, and neither one of us did. So I don't know if I might have to go try to see if I can figure out that stat real fast. But it might be tight. So some of these guys might have actually made that final pit stop. Well, we do have a new leader. John Connor was able to get out in the front right now with Ray Lane going to be on his outside, and then Corey Atkins was able to kind of work it up. I don't think Corey is actually taking tires at all, which is why he keeps jumping back to the front there, which isn't a bad strategy out here. The tires really don't matter too much.
Well, we've had a lot of small incidents so far tonight. We have yet to have the big one, and I hate to even bring it up, but you always kind of wonder about that at these races. We've had one car and 2-car incidents so far, maybe 3-car incidents, but we haven't had the massive wreck that sometimes we see here at this race. So we're hoping we don't, but I just wanted to mention it, that we've still got, how many? We've got 31 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, which is still pretty good. And, I think a lot of that, too, is, we really haven't had anybody lose drafts because of the consistent cautions. But, yeah, we haven't had that big one yet. And, yeah, I'm not praying for it either. And these guys have been doing a fairly good job of at least avoiding that big one. So hats off to them in that regard.
You got some of these guys that were at the front, now at the back. Richie Coy, Alan Duranco, Kevin Ruff, Bob Fitzpatrick towards the rear here. And I wonder if that's kind of by design. I wonder if these guys, and you got some of these guys topping off. William Lark, Kevin Ruff, Alan Duranco going to top off on fuel here.
Yeah, I saw Travis Gilbert go back in as well to get a top off. He was the first guy to pull down there. So obviously they are pretty tight on gas.
I kind of wonder if some of these guys are like, let me ride in the back. This is looking kind of dangerous up there. Ride in the back. Maybe they feel something coming up front.
Well, especially too, if you get the top off, that means A, you got more gas than everybody else, and yeah, you're going to be in the back, so you can't even save a little bit more gas. So there is potential that if you had a whole team that was doing that, and if we do by any chance stay green, they could potentially finish this race, without pitting and be in the catbird seat at the end of this. So it is a pretty good strategy, but again, you got to pray it's going to stay green, and I don't know. We're not even halfway yet, so that's a long shot in itself.
Brianna said Aaron was talking about Richie Coy coming in and letting us know about the stage.
Okay.
What a guy. Yep. So, what a guy.
Yeah, Richie's good like that. He was out of town on Wednesday. That's why I was in the booth. But, at least he comes up and tells us stuff.
What are you saying? He's trying to make up for that?
Maybe he's trying to make up for that, yeah. I mean, what a guy.
The leader's going to take the outside lane. Ray Lane on the inside lane. That's a lot of lanes right there.
And we don't even have a lane on track. So, I mean, what's up with that?
See the 09 of, is that the 09? No. Who was that flashing by there? Alex Murphy. We'll see how that factors in as they come out of turn 3 and 4, getting ready for the green flag once again here at Daytona. Your leader, John Connor, Ray Lane on the inside. Pace car pulls off. They enter the restart zone, and we are green racing once again here at Daytona.
Yeah, John kind of surprised he picked the outside lane. It didn't last. I mean, he's back down in the inside lane. And then, Alex Murphy's been having a little bit of connection issues, but he is stranded on an island right now.
He is all by himself.
Yeah.
Not for long, though. Here comes help.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Knopf making an aggressive move to the inside.
Yeah, he did, but he wanted to get back down there. I mean, I don't know. That's probably the place to be. And I'm assuming, though, too, things are going to be a little bit more tame here because I assume there's a lot of guys out there that might be wanting to try to save a little bit of gas to get to the end of this.
There's that donut machine in number 33, fourth car in line on the outside lane. That is the 33 of Ben Tracy. Working that outside lane, right in front of him is Wayne Grassi. In front of him is Jeremy Burns. And leading that outside lane is the 35 of Murphy. To the inside, though, that is the 34 of Brandon Fetterplace. We haven't called his name yet tonight, but he's worked his way into the top 10.
Yeah, they've been, and it's one of the fun things about the plate track is, these top 5, top 10, all over the track. There's just a boggle of numbers everywhere, and but it kind of has been a day in the sun here, so to say.
Ooh. Alex Murphy still flashing up front, leading that outside lane. That's not going to be good for those guys.
No, not at all. That's always, especially too, if you're the pusher and that guy disappears right in front of you, and then you do actually lose a little bit of draft, and you just hope he doesn't glitch back into you when he comes back on track. And it's, I know you and I had that issue one year. We were at a play track, and it was a little sketchy. I would try to make a pass on you, but I was too scared that we were going to wreck each other. So it was, it's tough, especially with your teammates too.
Down the backstretch once again, these guys 2 by 2. That outside lane starting to gather a little momentum as they move forward here.
Yeah, the 90 Jeremy Burns, he's definitely giving Alex a pretty good push there. Being a little reluctant though, because obviously you don't know when he's going to blip out or whatnot. But yeah, he's definitely staying with them, and they looks like a little bit of a side draft there too. And man, he might be pushing Alex out to the front here.
Yeah, he's giving Murphy a good push there on the outside lane. I think he's clear. Whoa, we got guards out of line back here.
He's definitely going to keep pushing until he gets clear himself.
Everybody finds a spot to ride, though. They're back in line.
Yeah, they did get a little bit weird back there, and they were able to sort it all out.
Yeah, Murphy staying on that outside lane. Here comes the 90 to the inside. Jeremy Burns to take the lead on the inside. Jumps to the bottom and is going to retake the lead here.
I was kind of waiting for that to happen. I'm kind of surprised Alex stayed out as long as he did. I know Wayne was getting ready to get clear, and I know Wayne would have definitely dove down the second he had clear. But man, now Wayne's in that spot where Alex Murphy, and boy, yeah, he did get a little choked up out of that. Wow, a little contact with the number 1 of Corey. No, these guys got to relax a little bit. There's a little bit of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but there's a little bit of it I'm looking at.
You looking at a little bit of it?
A little bit.
Yeah, it makes me nervous just watching this. It's definitely a little early for some of the moves I've been seeing, but hey, it's easy for me to say looking at it from the top down.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of, I'm in the blimp cam, so yeah, I'm definitely top down looking at it right now. And Aaron Satcher just said he took 2 weeks off to focus on Darlington. He's putting all his biscuits in one pan. Well, if you can find Brian Thorson, maybe he might add some chicken to that pan. And have chickens and biscuits.
That 34 or 35 getting a good push once again from the 7 of Grassi down the backstretch. Is he going to pull to the bottom this time? He's not clear yet. It's the 18 giving a good push to the 90, but gets a little squirrely there through 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's trying, but to me, it almost the 90's almost a little too quick for the 18. Where the 18 even can't get to its bumper that much. And I know Wayne's not overly aggressive as far as the pusher goes, and the way Alex Murphy's been kind of bouncing in and out, he's still being a little reluctant to give him that push. But I know he just wants to get out there in front, maybe get
he's
that
clear.
lead going.
Murphy is clear.
Cleared.
Here comes 7. The 7 of Grassi is going to be clear, but he's going to continue to give the push to the 30. Now he moves to the inside. There he goes. To the bottom, the 7 of Wayne Grassi to the lead.
Yep. I knew the second Wayne was going to have that opportunity. He was going to take it, and yeah, he sure did.
Boy, everybody using that 35 to get that lead. The 35 continuing to stay up top there on that outside lane. And actually, the 35 is going to retake the lead here with the push from the 33 of Ben Tracy.
Well, I think Ben's going to go now, too, because I'm just surprised that Alex does not want to try to get that inside line. It's definitely the preferred lane. He's still making it work out there, but wow.
18 moves back to the top back there, but meanwhile, the 35 is leading 2 by 2 for second. Ben Tracy on the outside, Wayne Grassi on the inside.
I'll tell you, the spot is his. Anytime he's had that spot open quite a bit, so I don't know. Hats off to him. He's making that outside work. He's like, I don't need that inside line.
2 by 2. Noah's Ark out there.
Yeah, man, they're door to door. I think it's probably the tightest we've seen for the lead right now, all race. And giving Alex a good shove there.
Boy, they're racing like this is like 5-3 to go or something.
Yeah. The 90 really isn't even pushing Wayne too hard, and he's still managing to kind of keep Wayne out there in front, though. It's pretty wild.
Ben Tracy a little wide off turn 2 there, but he ducks back in behind the 35 of Murphy. Wayne Grassi inched out right now, but here comes that run from Murphy in the 33 all over the back bumper of the 35.
Yeah, well, Jeremy's all over him now, so, I almost wondered, too, maybe he got a little overheated and had to kind of back off a little bit. And I've always said, too, the second car, even the third car in a certain lane, they really have a lot of power on what the cars in front of them can. They can help them or they can hurt them.
Everybody on the outside keeps riding this Murphy train, we'll call it. The 35 keeps pulling somebody by the inside lane, and they keep ducking to the inside and leading the inside. So we'll see if the 33 is able to do it here as the 35 gets well and clear. And now the 33 is clear to the bottom. Is he going to pull the inside? He gives a bump to Alex as they head into turn 3. A little bit of indecision. No, he's going to stay behind the 35.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I mean, I don't know. If it wasn't my teammate up in front of me, I'd be ducking down myself.
Yeah, but he keeps seeing people pass him. Like if you duck to the bottom, the next guy behind you is probably going to do the same thing and pass you. So
true, but you might be able to lead out in front too. I mean, although there is that small hope that you want somebody out in front to lead, so that way you can kind of lay back and save a little gas, which could be what the 90's doing right now. You don't necessarily need to lead now. You really just need to make the same gas. And you can't do that when you're out in front, especially being pushed. Like Alex Murphy right now, even Wayne Grassi, they're definitely not saving gas being out front like that. So it could be a little bit of strategy on somebody's second car in row or third cars in row, saving up. I mean, I'm looking at Corey Atkins, too. He's got a big gap to the third place of line right now. He could just be babying that throttle, just hanging in there, making sure that he doesn't leave too big of a hole where he gets get somebody in front of him, but just enough to save a little gas.
I wonder if we're looking at maybe seeing the reverse move if Jeremy Burns is able to push Wayne Grassi by and open a hole on the outside. If he jumps to the outside and tries to retake the lead that way.
Well, and that's true too. If you do get that car in front of you out far enough, you could almost use it as a arrow pick, where you can kind of dive around him, kind of like what we saw earlier with Corey and Messer. So yeah, that's very possible. Although I'm expecting to see the Corey. I don't see Brian Messer up there, but I definitely see Corey up there. And if he's got another teammate, I can maybe see them possibly doing the same thing again, like we saw earlier. Corey keeps looking like he wants to be on that outside line a little bit every now and again. I don't know if the car's getting loose, but he looks like he wants to dive up there.
Speaking of the outside lane, it's lost a little momentum here as they're starting to fall back. That 35 of Alex Murphy's starting to fall back through the field a little bit, back to about 6th spot.
Well, I seen Ben a couple laps ago get a little sloppy behind him, and that a little bobble like that, just enough to kind of lose that advantage. And it looks like he's kind of pushing him again, trying to get back up there, but he lost quite a bit of a road there.
Looking for Nick Alford. He's in some new colors, I believe, tonight. In that orange car.
Yeah, he's got an orange and black. He's a little bit early for Halloween, but the car looks good. Go back through the field, too. Just kind of see where everybody's stacked up at. Especially some of those guys that had pitted. Like Travis Gilbert. He did kind of work his way back up to 18th right now, kind of in the middle of the field. Just kind of hanging out there inside line, not really, behind Martin Groh and actually Brian Messer as well. So Brian's definitely not near his teammates, but they sure acted like they were early on. So I don't know what they're doing.
Not teammates. The 51 is actually teammates with the 98, the Hot Lap Heroes guys. And then the one is actually his only teammate out there is the 24.
Yeah, so we don't really have too many guys lined up.
Wayne Grassi continues to lead that inside lane. You did get Jeremy Burns and Ray Lane clear at one point. But here comes that outside lane once again with Alex Murphy and the 33 of Ben Tracy.
Yeah, Ben's sticking to Alex like glue now, so just trying to get him up there. But I'll tell you, yeah, Ray Lane right now, kind of being that third car, they almost got a little 3-car breakaway there.
Another guy doing a great job tonight right there behind the one of Atkins is J.C. Evans in the 09, having a great run so far tonight. Got that win on the season, so he's locked into the playoffs, just looking to add to his playoff total. Have a solid night and gain some momentum going into the playoffs.
Yeah, he's been pretty good on these play tracks as well, and the last couple races too. Really, no fuss, no muss, just kind of hanging out there, just doing what he's got to do, just relaxing. You don't see a lot of crazy moves out of him either, and definitely just doing what he needs to do. Stay out there, and just try to capitalize on it. Get back to, I'm still looking at some of the other guys we had talked about earlier, like Kevin Ruff. He's all the way down to 27. TJ Bartell, 28. Corey Atkins' teammate William Lark is at 29. And we got Mason Hoffman at 30th, and Mason almost looks like he's almost about to lose the draft.
He was involved in that wreck earlier.
Yeah, and then you had Alan Durango. Unfortunately, Jeff Chandler is 2 laps down, but he is in the middle of the field, just kind of hanging out there in front of Richie Coy right now. And Richie Coy, our teammate who's by himself, he's 25th right now. So I'm just curious, how many guys actually have gas, and are they good on gas? Are they going to be close on gas?
I think everybody has to pit again. I mean, we've got 28 laps, 26 laps from here. And
but like Travis Gilbert, some of these guys that pitted at the last, pitted a little later, or at least went in for a splash.
Yeah, but I think you can only do like 38 laps, 39 laps.
Is that it? I thought, yeah, I don't recall. And we both.
Well, it just depends on the draft too. I mean, but again, I think everybody still has to make that one final pit stop. I think the guys in the back are gambling for possibly a big wreck up front here at some point.
Yep, that's very real true. I will say though, they are kind of doing what I advise them to do. Just be a little calm right now and get to those pit stops if we are going to have them, which is good, and that's kind of what you want to do right now. Save that car as much as you can. But as far as pits go, if they only have about 36 laps, we are pretty much in official pit window right now, so we could start seeing somebody come in. We have 35 to go.
Is that
I don't know. I'm
looking. Trying to look at some of these paint schemes. The 66 of Cameron Albertson in the yellow and black paint scheme there, kind of moving around on that bottom lane a little bit. Admin box sponsorship.
The 18th just went up. He was right behind Cameron Albertson. So some guys are still finding a little happiness on the outside. At least they want to be up there.
Travis Gilbert continues to try to climb his way towards the front after being up front early. The 86 currently in 11th spot.
Yeah, he's been kind of slicing and dicing through the field a little bit. So he's definitely worked his way.
And then there's Ben Tracy, the Dunkin' Donuts machine. He was on the high side. Now he finds himself on the bottom. I wonder if some of these guys are starting to get ready to pit here, trying to find the bottom.
Well, that is the trend. Yeah, when you get, you're talking to your teammates, you're in your team chat, and you're like, okay, all right, when are we pitting? What lap? If we stay green, when are we going? Okay, is everybody on the inside? And then, like we do, how are you pitting? I'm gonna go down pit road on the left side, and I'm gonna be in the middle. I'll be on the right side. You definitely, if it does come to green flag pit stops, it is truly a team effort. And you want to get in, get out. You got to all be on the same page. How much gas you put in? Are we taking tires? There's probably a lot of chatter going on right now.
Right on board with the number one target machine. That's Corey Atkins. Sounds like Corey's feathering the throttle a little bit too, trying to stretch that fuel. So we'll see what these guys decide to do here. No pit stops yet for these front runners, but we're getting down to it. 22 laps to go here at Daytona.
Yeah, he's been laying back there, Corey, for a while. Kind of just holding back almost a full car length, and yeah, there's definitely some guys out there that are saving some stuff. You can definitely see it. Whether or not they're going to have enough gas, they're safe.
Looking back at the 09, that is J.C. Evans behind him on the inside lane there. You see how they have to modulate the throttle, though. This is not, it looks easy for these guys that actually don't do this. It looks easy, just like in real life. It looks really easy just riding around out there full throttle. That is not the case. You've got to modulate the throttle, watch the runs up front, watch the guys behind you, and the whole time the air is kind of buffering the car around. So it's definitely not the Sunday morning drive you think it is.
No, and of the three, I kind of feel like Daytona is probably the middle of the plate tracks you go to. To me, Atlanta is definitely the white knuckle ride. Talladega to me, it's wider, so you definitely see a lot more three wide action going on there. But to me, when you get into three wide action, it's even sketchier than here. You don't see too much three wide, even though we do see it. It's a little tougher, but everybody seems kind of calm, and they're just trying to get to those pit stop.
Saw another checkup back there. Everybody hangs on to it, but seeing a lot of checkups back there, and that is dangerous back there in the pack, man. It's tough back there because those things happen quick, and it just multiplies. The more cars that comes through, the more cars that check up, the harder they have to check up, and by the time it gets to about 15th spot, 20th spot, it's a mess.
Well, it's the inchworm that you see on the interstate every time. It's just that one car breaks in front of you, and it just kind of stacks up. The difference is these guys are doing about 190 miles an hour, and they're within feet of each other.
We saw Nick Alford make a quick move to the bottom there to fill a gap right in front of Travis Gilbert, and it almost caused an accident there, but they make it work.
Yeah, Cameron Elbison had a little bitty little dance with the apron there, kind of threw him up the track. He was it looks like he was trying to avoid the 84 of AJ Cepeda, and man, that could have been a lot worse. But they got it all under control now. Did choke up that whole inside line though for a little while. But that's what we were just talking about too. You got to pay attention to what's going on in front of you, and you almost got to expect that to happen, and you really got to look 3-4 cars ahead of you if you actually have the visibility to even see that. And a lot of times that's not really easy either, because sometimes you're just staring at the tail panel of these cars in front of you.
You see the Travis Gilbert machine getting a big push, or giving a big push, I guess, to who is that in front of it?
Is it Ray Gill?
Ray Gill, yeah.
And if you zoom in real close, sparks everywhere.
Yeah.
Sparks are definitely flying. Travis Gilbert, though, got out of that. Saw an opening, got behind J.C. Evans. Kind of left Ray Gill out in the middle of nowhere there.
Gilbert up to 6th spot, making some aggressive moves out there. Finally able to move up to P6.
Looks like he wants back out in that outside line, but if he can get the momentum behind
it's
him.
Vultures. I mean, if you see a run coming, I want to jump out there. I want to lead it.
Just like the interstate, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well.
There he goes.
Oh my goodness.
The outside. Little side draft of the 09.
Yeah, that was a little. That was a little scary looking.
Almost a side bump draft there. All right, he's going to see if the 21's going to give him a little push. He does. He gets up to him, gives him a little tap there. Let's see if Travis actually got the speed in that car to kind of hang on to that lane.
That's 4th and 5th right there. And then we got 3 wide back there behind him. A 3 wide move to the top.
We got definite sucker hole in there. Is that Brandon Fireplace and the 18 behind him? Or no, not Brandon. It's is that Jeff Chandler?
Dixon's on the outside. Behind him is that Fitzpatrick. The 3 of Fitzpatrick getting a push from the 99 of Kevin Ruff. While they're 3 wide, boy, that is tempting fate.
Well, yeah, Jeff Chandler, like I say, he's 2 laps down. He's in the middle. He's in the middle of that.
It's starting to get a little squirrely.
This is that 3 wide section. Man, they were 4 wide or 4 bumper to bumper there. They broke it up. Thank God.
3 trying to get to the outside of the 03, and it wasn't happening.
Looks like he's trying to make that lane work again. Kevin's definitely trying to push him. Oh, the 03 comes right up in front of him. Kevin does get off him right away, thankfully. Wow, that looks sketchy.
Boy, the 03 is getting a big push from the 3. Looks like the 21's trying to guard against that, but here, or is that the 4? That's the 4, Tommy Carroll, trying to, now they're 3 wide as they go down the backstretch. Look at this mess. Oh, and the 4th car pushing the oh my goodness.
There was 5 cars pushing each other right there for a second.
That's
definitely not going to work.
Right on the back bumper of Ray Gill.
Hey, I don't know if anybody needs to tell these guys, but pit stops are coming. I don't know why you guys are doing this.
13 laps to go. 14 laps to go.
If they got the gas for it, I guess that's still the big question.
I'll be surprised. Oh, the 3 getting pushed all over the place by the 99.
I mean, the way that these guys are racing right now, I think everybody's got enough gas. I'm just going to throw that out there now.
21 goes to the bottom. But it doesn't matter. That top side's got the momentum. Here comes the 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick with those aggressive pushes from the 99 of Kevin Ruff. Making it work. Bob Fitzpatrick to the point. But, man, is he having to hold on to this thing.
Well, yeah, they were having a little extra help, too, with Alexander Hodge. I mean, Alexander Hodge really hasn't, got off their bumper as well. So, Alexander probably needed a little credit for that. I don't know how they made it work, too, on the outside line going bumper to bumper like that. I mean, they had a rough sandwich there for sure.
Richie Coy trying to get some help from the 03 there, but they're diving to the bottom. Boy, it's a mess back here in the middle of the pack. What crazy racing this is, though.
Again, I almost got to say they have enough gas. I can't imagine they're racing this aggressive with pit stops, looming.
Yeah, I'd be surprised too. Unless they're wanting to position themselves in case a caution comes out. I don't know. I have no clue. We're going to find out with you guys. There's 12 laps to go here at Daytona. I just don't think at least some of these guys are not going to make it, because some of these guys did not pit in that last caution, did they?
I think we did see most of the field go down. Yeah, I could have sworn I saw everybody did go through, but
what lap? Let's see what lap that was. I'm going to tell you. Lap 35 is when they pitted.
Right. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They
and we got 80 laps. So 80 minus 35 is what?
No, that's 45.
45 laps. Can they do 45 laps on a tank of fuel? I don't think they can.
I mean, if you're in the back, maybe saving a little.
I think they're 5 laps short.
Well, you probably didn't go back to racing at 45 either, so you probably had those maybe 2 laps of saving a little bit.
Okay, 3 laps short. I don't think you can save 3 laps of fuel.
Yeah, I don't see how it can happen either. I had to go back to the end of the field, too. Our last guy on the lead lap right now, that's Mason Hoffner, 30. He's still got a little damage, struggling to keep pace with the rest of the group here. And then you've got Alan Duranco and the 88 in front of him. And those guys are still in draft territory, but they're almost kind of hanging out there, just kind of hanging on to that tail end of the pack. We really haven't lost, though. I mean, we got a few guys laps down, but nobody's, we haven't seen that breakaway main group into a second group, into a third group like we normally see. And, everybody's still together. So 30 cars within 3 seconds of each other right now, just to put it in perspective.
So looking at your winners so far this season, Bob Fitzpatrick has a win. Kevin Ruff has a win. Alexander Hodge does not. Travis Gilbert does not. Ray Gill does not. Wayne Grassi does.
Yep. No,
Wayne doesn't.
No.
Wayne's on the cut line.
Right.
That was in trucks. He's got a win.
And actually, if you notice who's pushing the 86 right now, that's only one. He went from all the way in the back. He actually passed his teammate of Corey Atkins. Corey Atkins is actually kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now. He was running third or fourth for so long.
And Lark's one of those guys that almost has to win tonight to get into the playoffs.
Yes, I believe he was 17th or maybe even 18th on the points. So yeah, he would love to see victory. Oh, we do got a wreck.
Big wreck back there. 87 involved. Brian Messer involved. Some of these guys trying to come through it. Big mess out of turn 2 there. That's going to bring out the caution. J.C. Evans involved. Alan Duranko. Corey Atkins involved.
87 just kind of got out of line there, and the 18 kind of clipped him from the rear.
Everybody getting rolling here. But caution is out. That is going to bring fuel. Fuel's no longer going to be an issue. They're either going to pit or they're going to stay out. We'll see what happens here. Let's go back and look at this wreck one more time here. Best One Time Auto Care Instant Replay. Watching Brandon Fetterplace kind of maybe, it happens in front of him.
That happened about 12th place, I want to say, or maybe even 15th place, around there. It was middle of the pack for sure. And I'll tell you, that was the big one, or a big one for sure.
John Connor ends up to the inside of the 87, turns right around, right in front of several cars.
And Alan Duranko hit the inside wall hard, spun his car around quite a bit.
That is the big one. That's just what we were talking about. That's what you didn't want to see there. Right on board with TJ Bartell, who's collected in this as well. Just slight damage from the 28. Right on board with the 18 of Connor. He's the one that kind of triggered this one here. Just to the inside of the 18. Net code turns him around. And it's on from there. Gotta wonder too, a lot of these guys are coming off that wall instead of riding the wall there and they're collecting more cars when they do that, so.
Yeah, they definitely bounce off that wall and come straight down. And a couple of guys couldn't hit the brakes in time too, kind of getting into other cars. I think the one car that was probably in the lead of that group was Jeremy Burns. I mean, we saw him leading early laps. He was running 12th at the time. Yeah, a little taste of that too. A car for that initial contact. A couple guys don't look like they're too tore up though either. But man, a lot of guys with some damaged tires and probably a little bit of fender damage here and there.
Well, it looks like Fetter place. I thought he was going to make it through, and he gets clipped last minute. Let's watch this one more time. On board with the 34. Right back here behind the 33 of Ben Tracy. Gets a piece of this as well. Sliding. Oh, it gets into a little bit. Gets hit there at the end. Spins him around.
I'll tell you, I mean, it's kind of good it can happen on the back straight like it was, because they do have a lot of runoff there. At least it's not grass or whatever, so some of those cars were able to kind of get slowed down enough.
See what Nick Alfred got, because he's in a points battle with Jamie Knopf. Gets it slowed down. 18 comes up the track, down the track. Oh, misses the 09. Misses the 18. Boy, he snaked his way through there. No damage on 98. Does a great job there to get through that wreck.
Yeah, wow. Well, he had a good view too, so you probably saw that happen, and you could see him too. Yeah, he slowed down really good and just dodging and weaving. But that's what you got to do here. That's what you got to do to stay alive for sure.
Survival. Survival. Yep. So that does take away some of the contenders, though. Corey Atkins having some damage. He had to repair. He's in the back there. Mark Garreau was involved. Chris Harrison, Jeff Chandler, Brandon Fetterplace, J.C. Evans, Alan Duranco, John Connor, and I think maybe a few others with some minor damage. But that's going to change the complexion up front here as we have, what is it, 8 to go?
Yeah.
Or is there 6? I can't read.
6 to go, actually.
6 to go. And a lot of the guys did not pit up front, so they got enough fuel, huh?
Well, it's actually, as you're saying this, that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm trying to see who actually pitted, who didn't. And I can tell you right now, the top 5 did not pit, and probably even further than that. So, yeah, they know something that we don't. They must have had plenty of gas because, yeah, we did not have much takers. And I know just because of this late yellow, it gives you an opportunity to save a little bit more as well. But, hey, if we get another green, white checkered or something.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Are you going to have it?
Some of those guys that were close maybe pitted thinking, if we have a green, white checkered, I won't have to pit. And some of these guys up front may. So
yep,
we will see. But you got Fitzpatrick, Kevin Ruff, Hodge, Travis Gilbert, William Lark, your top 5. And I can tell you the 3 has a win, the 99 has a win. Hodge needs a win. 86 needs a win. 41 needs a win. 24 needs a win. 41 does not need a win. He's got 2 wins. So you might see things get a little spicy here, as you say.
That's right. Well, I think even even for the back, Brian Dixon needs a win. Tommy Carroll's new. Jeremy Burns hasn't had a win yet. Cameron Elberson. There's a lot of guys. Still within the top 10, 15 could do it.
All right, guys, get on the edge of your seat. Pace car's off. Green flag is out. We've got 5 laps to go in the Daytona 200.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick got a really good jump out there. Got a good push there from Alexander Hodge, too. So, I was worried that he might have not have got as much help as he was getting from Kevin Ruff, but I was wrong in those regards.
Everybody bailing to the bottom right now as 86 jumps back to the top, and the 24 fills that gap. He's going to ride in 4th place here on that bottom lane as they get the pushes going down the backstretch. It is go time here at Daytona.
Yeah, I was just going to say the aggression is definitely going to ramp up like big time. So everybody's going to have to be on their toes too. You want to push, but you also want to kind of be protective as well.
86 getting a big push from the 41 of Ray Lane on that outside lane. Ooh, a big push to the bottom lane as well, but it got Bob Fitzpatrick all out of shape from the 99. Or the 53, sorry, the 53 pushing there.
Yeah, and I'm just curious too. We talked about this earlier. We haven't really seen too much of it, but overheating. You're probably not going to be able to push a car for 5-6 laps without popping that engine. So there is a little bit of trickery play there. Looks like Ray Lane just goes down to low.
41 to the bottom. He leaves the 86 out. Big push from the 19. He pushes the 86 to the bottom. Now the 19 of Coy leading that outside lane. The 86 on the front at the top, at the bottom lane.
Yeah. Richie finally gets that lane all by himself again, but you can see he doesn't necessarily have the speed right now, and that whole outside lane is just kind of just falling by the wayside.
Well, we got some cars in the wall back there, but they stay straight. Green flag is still out. 3 laps to go here at Daytona.
Fitzpatrick gets to the outside now. Travis Gilbert's doing a little bit of a block job, though. Travis definitely playing the defense up there. Pushing that outside line, though. Man, the outside line's got a lot of steam.
A lot of moving and shaking as they go down the backstretch. You see them snaking around. That outside lane is moving, though. Gilbert out front. Fitzpatrick now looks to the bottom, going for the lead as the 86 gets hung out. The 53 is going to go with him. Kevin Ruff with him. Richie Core with him as well, as the 86 is dead in the water on the front.
Yeah, they kind of sold him out for sure. Definitely, he didn't have too many friends back there. You had those 4 cars. They dipped low, and now he's stuck on the outside line.
2 laps to go here at Daytona. 2 laps. Remember, if we see the white flag, they race back to the line here. So we'll see if they get back around and see that white flag. This could be it as we come down the backstretch with 2 to go.
Yeah, Richie Coy got a little shuffle out of spot there.
Somebody below the yellow line down there.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was I'd have to go back and look at that one.
Oh, they're wrecking back there. Richie Coy in the 1, and it's a big one. Caution is out.
Another big one.
We'll have to see who ducked down there below the line there on the backstretch.
And that was William Lark. There is a little bit of chatter going on, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I want to go back and look at it. We'll have to back it up though to kind of see what led to this coming out of turn 2. We'll be able to see pretty clearly.
Looks like Richie did shuffle out of the line a little bit, and you know, the 24 kind of filled that hole with 2 to go. I mean, he looked like he was in the clear there. Then there was a battle of who needed to be there.
Let's right on board with the 24. We'll get a good shot of this. And of course, the 24 in desperation mode too, looking for every spot. He's got to go. 19 moves up the line. Yeah, there's room for the 24, and he tries to shut the door, and the 24 has already filled that gap and just rides there.
Well, he did get right. He did get a little bump too from the 21 to kind of push him up there as well. So yeah.
A little bit of discretion there could have probably avoided that.
Unfortunately, it's probably 24's hope right now. He's definitely going to have to
other than the
magically
19,
win.
I don't think he hit anything, but he did lose a lot of track position.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, his track position definitely. He did get a little front nose damage, though, front buckle a little bit. But hey, with 2 to go, you know, we're in green-white checker territory. And we were just talking about that.
Yeah, I wonder if some of these guys out there have enough fuel.
Yeah. We are definitely getting into the danger zone for some of these guys. I bet they're probably not expecting or even hoping that he's going to come down to this. But I can't wait to talk to whoever wins this race, or even in the top 3, what that fuel situation looks like. In a way, I'd like to know how much gas they got, but I also kind of like to be surprised too. Is that weird?
Well, somebody's going to be surprised, that's for sure. You see the 48 get a little bump there in the end there too. Let's see what kind of damage he's got. But yeah, this is shaping up to be pretty exciting. Again, we got 3 of these green-white checkers we can use, so I don't know if they're going to use all of them or not, but hopefully not.
Well, I don't know if you can maybe do an in-car camera on some of these guys, maybe up in front, see how much clutch is being clutched. I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to have enough to get through 3 green and white checkers. That's all I'm saying. But again, I don't know.
The guys that pitted, Will, they pitted right before this restart. Remember, so some of those guys.
Right. Will. Yeah. There was a few guys out there, but I don't think like Robert Fitzpatrick, Alexander Hodge, Kevin Ruff, Travis Gilbert. I mean, Travis did take that splash, but he hasn't pitted since then. So there are a few guys up front though that. I don't know. We might have a mid-pack surprise. Hey, I still got gas. I'm passing all you guys. You never know. Fortunately, it looked like Corey Atkins did pull out of the race. Jeff Chandler, I believe he's off track as well. We still have 28 cars though on the lead lap right now, so that's not too bad for a Daytona race. We did have a big one, and it wasn't crazy big, but big enough to hurt a few guys. And that was a medium one that we just had.
A medium one.
I mean, yeah. Hopefully, I know for a lot of those guys out there are probably looking at their gas gauge. They're hoping that they don't have any more, but they're going to have 2 laps to get this thing done here.
I'm just looking at comments out there. We are getting ready to see something here, guys, out there on YouTube land. If you like this, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Support us. We'd love to have you. Hope you're enjoying it. We do this every Monday night, so you'll be able to catch all the action here from the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Remember, too, I have to remind you, I haven't done this yet, and I'm looking for it. There it is. Remember to go to drinkvictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off your order. You can get one of their 3 delicious flavors, Lucky Lemon, Purple Potion, or my favorite, Throttle Punch. You can also check out and get some of their merch and some of their swag. You definitely can pick up a shirt or a hat or something there. So definitely check those out. Victory Fuel is the proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Go to drinkvictory.com. Remember to use code FTSR for 10% off your order.
Yeah, with an action-packed night like tonight, sometimes we forget about those sponsors. But we didn't forget. We got it in.
We'll get it in before it gets too crazy, because it's about to get wild here, guys. We are getting ready for a green-white checkered finish, our first green-white checkered of the night here at Daytona. Hopefully our only one. As guys come down, the pace car is going to pull off 2 by 2. Fitzpatrick and Hodge on the front row. Leader on the outside. They enter the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing.
Robert's getting Robert goes all low right away. Kind of sells out Travis Gilbert. Although Gilbert, I don't know if he's got any help. I don't know if he's going to have enough steam to kind of maybe even try to get back to his door there.
Big push coming from Hodge on the inside, but here comes the 41 of Lane on the outside to give Travis Gilbert a push. 99 Kevin Ruff doing everything he can to push the front two. Oh, contact the 53 up into Alexander Hodge. Up into the 86. Caution is out.
Yeah, it looks like Travis was trying to. I think he was. I don't know if he was trying to side draft just a little too much there.
Let's go back and look at it for a best one tire. I'll look here. Instant replay here. Yellow flag once again as they come down the backstretch. Watching the 86. Yeah, he comes down onto the 53. Turns him up the track.
I mean, there's side drafting, but you can't bump draft. You can't side bump draft.
Side bump draft.
That doesn't necessarily work, and that was a perfect example of why. But man, Alexander Hodge too. I mean, and there was a guy that was looking for that win. He could almost taste that victory. He just wanted to push the 3 out in front, maybe sell them out at the last corner. You know, not saying it's always a good thing, but hey, if you're going for that win, yeah, that second place car has that opportunity to do that. Man, that's a sad night for him tonight.
Well, we're going to get another restart. Are these guys going to have enough fuel for that? Or are they going to have to pit here?
You know, I got to go. I almost just need to kind of monitor pit road real fast. Let me know when we're going green, because I just want to make sure who's coming in and who's not coming in.
Last pitted on lap 35.
Wow. How do you got enough gas? I mean, unless
they don't. There they go, into pit road. Martin Garreau stays out. Nick Alfred, J.C. Evans stays out. Mason Hoffner with that damaged car is up going to be the 4th car in line. Ray Gill, Brandon Fetter plays Jamie Knopf.
Wow. There, it looks like Richie Coy's in as well. Yeah, there's a lot of takers on there. So yeah, not everybody had a lot of gas.
So I told you some of these guys pitted. Some of the guys pitted and took fuel. So no surprise there.
Yeah, and everybody's just splash and go, it looks like. So nobody's in there long for sure. Just getting it enough to basically make really, you just got to make 2 more laps, 3 more laps.
Jeff Chandler,
you don't need a lot.
Lucky dog here, getting a lap back. So yeah, that hands the lead over to Martin Garreau, and this is another guy that needs a win.
Yeah, I mean, but does he have enough gas?
Does he have enough friends?
Well,
you're going to need some friends. You're going to need some teammates or something up there too.
But you look at our points leader. Is he going to be starting second by any chance?
He is, but don't look too far behind him. Nick Alfred's going to be second. Jamie Knopf is in 7th. Those are the 2 guys that are battling for it. Right now, Alfred has had a 1-point lead coming into this race. I'm not sure where they finished in the stage, so I'm not sure the exact point totals here, but they're right there together.
Yeah, that's it's definitely something especially too with the points being as tight as they are. We really haven't talked about it much, but I guess we got to start talking about it now, because it's I mean, Nick is definitely in the right spot for it right now. But yeah, I don't recall about the stage either. So And honestly, I don't want to tune away. I don't want to tune back to take a look at it. So we're gonna have to figure that out later.
So up front, Martin Garreau needs a win. Nick Alford has a win. J.C. Evans has a win. Mason Hoffner needs a win. Ray Gill needs a win. Brandon Fetterplace in sixth has a win. Jamie Knopf has a win. T.J. Bartell, I think he has a win.
I believe he does.
He
I know he's
does.
got one in truck. Yeah, for sure.
Ben Tracy needs a win. And Brian Messer in 10th needs a win. And Brian Messer is right there in the points battle, too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we said it the first restart and the second restart, and we're going to say it again the third restart. Edge of your seats. This is going to be this is for all the marbles right now because they are not going to get another do-over.
Yeah, well, they will. This is the attempt number 2. They get a third attempt. The third will be the last one. Nope, this is number 2.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. I couldn't count. I put my socks back on, so having a little trouble here.
Knocked your socks off. Michael Collin and Chet asking how the race has been. Well, it has had its ups and downs, as you would probably expect at a super speedway. A lot of clean racing and then chaotic racing, some hard pushing. Some of it works out, some of it doesn't. And here we are with our second green-white checkered attempt in the Daytona 200. Some of these guys looking for that elusive win to get into the playoffs, and some of these guys just looking to add to the playoff points. And some of them looking to finish well in the B season too.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I would say this race has been a well shuffled deck of cards. It seems like every restart, it just gets different.
Well, who's going to come out the ace of spades tonight?
That's right. That's right. Who's got an ace up their sleeve?
And who's card counting? We want to know that too.
Yeah, right. Well, they were definitely lap counting because a lot of guys had to go in and get some gas.
All right, pace cars off. Attempt number 2 at our green-white checkered. The leader, Martin Garreau, on the inside, fires off. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again.
Well, if J.C. Evans could get to him and get that push, unfortunately, Martin got such a good run. Man, that is always scary to happen.
Oh, man, he's way out there.
I've been in that spot too, and it's like, oh, please hurry up. You almost want to lift a little bit, but you don't.
JC not clear. He's going to give a bump to the 50 of Mark Garreau, who's looking nothing but his mirror right now. 33 kind of gets shuffled out back there. 3 wide in the back there as they are 2x2 up front.
And I'm going to give a hats off to Mason Hoffner right now too. I mean, wow.
Oh, looks like Nick Alford tried to go to the bottom. Oh, we got the 48 turned somebody around back there. They're wrecking again. Caution is out once again. What a mess.
Yeah, there was a little uncertainty too about a 3 wide situation, and I don't know if Jamie was trying to go a 3rd wide or a 4th wide, or I don't know what was going on.
Our best one tired auto care instant replay. Let's go back and rewind here. Start with the 48, contact with somebody else. Yeah, he looks to the outside of the 21. It looks like AJ Zapata did not know they were 3 wide there.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of is, maybe Jamie thought the 84 was going to try that 3 wide move. I don't even know if he realized they were even 3 wide at that time. But yeah, definitely both trying to go for a hole that wasn't there. I could tell you if I was Nick Alford, though, I mean, that could have took out your competition. And Jamie was able to get through there, so he didn't lose any spots for that.
Yeah, but he's probably got a little front end damage.
Yeah. The one guy, too, that just pulled off was the 09. After that wreck, after the yellow happened, he basically pulled off a track. He didn't run out of gas, did he?
He might have needed fuel.
Well, he didn't go. That was right after the wreck, so it's not like he pulled down for. Like he went to the infield like he was out of gas. I'm trying to go back and look for him here.
Pretty big wreck back there.
I mean, he did pit, but yeah. Well, yeah, he went into the pit
As the caution was happening.
as it was happening. Yeah. So I mean, he's definitely, man. That's bad luck for him as well. Because
Did he get a? Oh no. Surely he didn't get a penalty, did he?
I would almost say he would have had to. I mean, the wreck happened in the entry of right as they were exiting.
He passed
3 and 4.
the leader of the outside lane there before the start finish line. I wonder if that was a penalty. I don't know. We'd have to talk to him and find out, but I don't think that's a penalty, is it?
I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine the pit road was open too. Why he went in. He didn't have any damage either, which is very odd.
Well, this race is getting turned on its head because now you have Mark Grillo up front, Mason Hoffner, your front row in the 30. You know, we talked about him being off pace all night
Right.
with that damaged car. Now he's going to start on the front row.
And I'm looking at Richie Coy. I mean, Richie Coy kind of went in the pits the same time J.C. Evans did, but Richie's definitely got right front damage, so he's out for the night. Not that there's anything left, but man, even Martin Gros. I'm looking at Martin Gros' car. He's still out there for the lead. He's got really heavy front nose damage as well, and I don't know where that might have happened a long time ago, but man, all kinds of stuff going on tonight.
So our front two cars have a good bit of damage on them. You see the rear end of the 30 car kind of buckled up there, I believe.
It looks like, and did Nick Elford actually go in for a pit now as well to get a top off, or no? He was low on the apron.
Where's
I don't see him on my scoring.
He's sitting in pit road.
Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah, I didn't see him on my scoring there, but yeah, he's way down. He's showing a lap down right now, 20th.
What happened there?
Oh my, everything. I told you it's a shuffled up deck of cards for sure. I think he ran out of gas. He had a pit. He did. Something happened where he actually had a tow back to the pits. Wow.
Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. too, in pit road. He was leading this race not long ago.
Yep. Man, playing with fire, these guys with the gas gauge. Holy, I'm just.
Well, now look at our look at our top five: Martin Garreau, Mason Hoffner, Ray Gill, Jamie Knopf, Ben Tracy. This has turned into Russian roulette.
Oh, this is pretty wild. I'll tell you, I wasn't expecting for this much action as our season B finale here, but hats off to everybody out there. You guys have given us one great show, and hey, this is pretty wild. Yeah, Brianna's on the edge of her chair. She's got two Tracy Motorsports guys kind of sitting here in the top 5 right now, and yeah, they definitely got their team. They got a team, and they could maybe hook up here.
Well, let's see what happens here, because like you said, the front two cars have a little damage. I think Ray Gill's got a clean car. The 48 Jamie Knopf was involved in several incidents tonight. And then you got behind them, you've got the 33 Ben Tracy and Wayne Grassi looking to get their first win. So, boy.
Man, I can just somebody's going to be 3 wide right off the get-go
to
here.
Set it up. This is our last green white checkered attempt. This is it. When the caution comes out, if we don't get to the white flag, the caution comes out, the race is over. Let's see what happens as we come to the green flag. It's out, and we are racing once again.
Mark is a great shot out there. Hopefully he doesn't shoot out too far like he did last time. Although that never didn't go sour for him, but it could now.
Here goes Jamie Knopf going to the top. Oh, there goes the 7 of Wayne Grassi turning to 30. Is that going to end the race?
They were able to keep it straight. No, they're still green.
Green flag is still out. Watching the race up front. Mark Garreau continues to lead. Ray Gill, Ben Tracy, 1, 2, 3.
Ben Tracy, I mean, the 3 of them kind of on their island there, but Ben actually had a little bit of steam there. Ben really just needs to back up a little bit and maybe try to get the momentum, see if he can maybe try to get by him.
It's going to be hard with 3 cars as they come out of turn 4. They're going to see the white flag here. They're getting there. Are they going to see it? White flag, 1 lap to go. Anything goes here as they come back to the line.
We got Alex Murphy too, and Wayne Grassi kind of catching up to the field here.
Alex Murphy with a big head of steam. Here goes the 33 to the outside, back to the inside. Here comes Alex Murphy with a huge run. These cars are damaged up front. Here comes Alex Murphy to the outside by himself. Where will Wayne Grassi go? Wayne goes to the top side with him as well. As they head off into turn 3. No, they aren't clear yet. Here comes the 33 looking to the outside. Nothing doing. Can they make a move off of turn 4?
Man, Ray's been sticking on that 50s bumper so good. I mean, he's just keeping them out there.
Here
Will
he
Ray
comes.
still try to get him
Off turn 4, the 21 pushing. Now he looks to the outside, across the bumper, to the inside, to the outside. He can't do it. Mark Garreau is going to win here at Daytona.
Oh, man. Wow.
Martin Garreau, your winner in the number 50. Ray Gill second, Ben Tracy third, Alex Murphy fourth. Right after the line, though, with Murphy and Ben and Wayne Grassi, who finishes in 5th, which should be enough to keep him into the playoffs as well. Wait a minute. We got a new winner, don't we?
We do. I was just going to say, we got a new winner in the 50. I don't think Wayne's going to be in it. Although we got to look, too. There might be 1 or 2 cars that aren't returning for the C season, so we don't know if they're going to have playoff spots or not, too. So I don't know. Well, we might have to go through that. Though there might be a possibility still for Wayne. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there is no question about it, though. The winner tonight, first win of the Cup Series for the 50. Martin Garreau gets it done here at Daytona, burning it down at the start-finish line. What a finish. And he did an excellent job controlling the front there at the end of this race. The 21 tried everything he could, did not have the momentum. The 33 moving around back there, and the 50 holds them all off to take win number 1 of his Cup Series career.
Well, he managed a damaged car. He managed the gas, which was most important, put himself out in front because everybody else couldn't manage that gas. And, wow. Now, Corey's saying the 50 isn't in the top 25.
Well, if that's not the case,
Okay.
we will see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, he maybe he snuck himself in the top 25 with the win tonight, though, too.
Somebody had to come in there and rain on his parade.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. Why'd he got to be such a downer for him?
Well, let's look at our results as it continues to burn it down here tonight at Daytona. For the Daytona 200, Martin Garreau and the number 50 gets it done for Rumble Racing, starting 22nd, taking home the win. Ray Gill will finish second, and the number 21, oh so close for the 21. Third is going to go to the 33. That is Ben Tracy. Fourth goes to Alex Murphy in the 35. Fifth to the 7 of Wayne Grassi. Sixth place for Alexander Hodge. A good rebound for Hodge after being in that wreck. That's amazing there. Ray Lane in the 41 is going to come home in 7th spot. Kevin Ruff in 8th. 9th is going to go to the 88 of Zach Cooper. 10th place is going to go to the 09. That is J.C. Evans.
All right, then we have Jamie Knopp finishing 11th. Jeff Chandler actually finishing 12th after all that rebounding. Tommy Carroll 13th. E.J. Luna 14th. And then, unfortunately, we had such a good everybody on the lead lap. Everybody now from here on is 1 lapper down or more. Nick Alford 15th. Mason Hoffner 16th. William Lark 17th. Cameron Albertson 18th. John Connor 19th. Brian Dixon 20th. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. 21st. Brandon Fetter placed 23rd or 22nd. Richie Coy 23rd. Brian Messer 24th. TJ Bartell 25th. AJ Zapata 26th. Jeremy Burns 27th. Travis Gilbert, Daniel Simmons, Corey Atkins, Christopher Harrison, Alan Duranko, Kyle Milliken, James Torrey, Kermit Henn, and Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. 36 cars, and that's how we finished. But man, what crazy race tonight! Probably one of the wildest Daytona races I think I've seen in many years.
It was certainly wild out there, and a lot of excitement. And we're going to talk to an exciting winner when we get back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers, see what they have to say about tonight's race. We'll do all that on the other side. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers.
You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
We are back here at Daytona for the Daytona 200, the Victory Fuel Cup Series. B season is complete, regular season is complete, and what a wild finale we had here tonight at Daytona. We're going to kick it over to our post-race show presented by Victory Fuel and see if we can talk to our top three finishers here.
There we go.
All right, I guess I'll move Ben Trace up here. Ben, congratulations, man. Third place finish. What a wild finale. This whole race, the ending, yes, but the whole race was just a little wild, a little crazy. But to come on the podium in a third place finish, maybe not what you wanted tonight, because I know you were looking for that win, but it was a solid finish tonight.
Yeah, I needed that win to get into the playoffs. I missed the entire end of season A and beginning of season B due to work, but try to get it done tonight. It was just not in the cards, I guess. So it is what it is, and still get to race the next 10 races. So it'll be a lot of fun.
There's a lot of talk about cards tonight. Wild cards. We were talking about cards, playing cards. Who's going to be the ace of spades? And, man, the cards were shuffled tonight. That's for sure, man. And it was crazy there all the way through the race. Talk me through your race. I mean, I feel like you were towards the front all race. You had a really solid run, a solid race going, but I'm sure you saw some of the chaos that we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, Daytona's a tough one in this build in the sim. It doesn't allow for a ton of passing. It's a lot of just too wide, and when you try and go 3 wide, people get mad because it's not time yet, and it's like, man, we're just trying to race out here. So it's a tough balancing act, but once you get up there, it's usually pretty easy to stay up there. So,
well, I'm just glad we're talking to the top three, because I think anything back there behind you, we may hear an earful, because it is so chaotic and it's so stressful. It's nerve-wracking. You know that there's not much in control. You know, you don't have much control over your destiny here. You need help, and you needed help on that last 2 or 3 laps there too. I know you were trying to get that 34 to give you that push, or 35 to give you that push. You needed some help to get beside those guys and get around those guys, and just couldn't make it happen. So when you saw the pack kind of break up there, your heart had to kind of drop a little bit there.
yeah, a little bit. I mean, everyone behind me was either wrecked or getting DQ'd, and then I saw Alex coming, and I went to pull up in front of him to see if I could get some help, and then I thought better of it because he was coming with quite a head of steam, and figured that probably wasn't going to end well, and I'd rather be in 3rd than 15th at the end of it. So then it was just a race between me and Alex at the end, and it was a good battle for 3rd, I guess. Get out here, talk to you guys.
Absolutely, man. Well, again, congratulations on a solid third place finish. Hey, listen, anytime you could come home with a little bit of a smile on your face and a third place finish from Daytona is a good night in the great scheme of things. So congratulations once again, man. I'm going to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Thank you. Shout out to the Power Holes Dunkin' Donuts, Jamie and Daniel for being great teammates all race and every race for that matter. Shout out to my beautiful wife. I saw Brianna there in the YouTube chat cheering me on. Appreciate you. And thank you guys for putting on this league, putting on this broadcast. You guys do a great job week in, week out.
You definitely do have a cheerleader out there for sure. Brianna tuned in all race, was cheering you on, and man, it's easy to pick out your car. So, man, again, congratulations tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
There's your third place finisher tonight, the 33 of Ben Tracy. And Tony, I believe you're standing by with our second place finisher, the number 21, Ray Gill.
Ray, man, a lot of pushing, a lot of excitement, a lot of craziness going on out there. You had a really strong car. I mean, you're pretty much up front all night. I mean, a couple little spells you kind of got stuck in the back of the pack, but you stuck with Martin and just kind of pushed him out to that victory. Did you ever think about maybe trying to duck out there, maybe, or thinking about maybe trying to lay him up or something?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw coming off turn 4, I was getting left and right and just seeing like how much of a run I can get, but the two behind were just battling too much. So as soon as I stepped out of line, I think I was just gonna, parachute it back. So I just let Martin won it, so I didn't want to take that away from him or try to wreck him rather.
Well, yeah, it was very admirable, and yeah, I actually did kind of see you kind of dipping out there. We're kind of expecting, when you're in that position, we are kind of expecting that move, and I could see too. Yeah, you saw the other, you saw 35, maybe even 33 behind you, trying to maybe close in on you, and yeah, you do get to that position where you're like, am I content with second? Do I just want to keep pushing, or do I want to, maybe suffer maybe third, fourth, or fifth? And like I say, you did a great job tonight. What was your gas mileage looking like? I mean, a lot of guys had to make that last minute stop there.
Yeah, I don't know what secret gas tanks some of those guys had, but yeah, I pitted under I think the first overtime caution, and then I was good to go from there. Yeah, I took a gamble and I was like, look, the aggression really hasn't been that high throughout the race. So I figured in overtime it was going to be through the roof. So I was like, I'm okay with pitting here, getting me the extra 2 overtime green white checkers, and it paid off.
Yeah, well, we as we were watching it too. I mean, there was so much mayhem going on the track, especially like you said in those last couple of restarts. We were having a hard time seeing actually who pitted or not. But man, that's pretty good strategy to pit in that one green white checker and still be able to work your way back up to second. So. Man, congratulations again. Good job. I'm sure Martin was thanking you. It looks like he's got Nick Moreau in there giving him a pep talk, or at least congrats. And good on you. Good for the team. Good points. Definitely. I don't know if you needed the win or not, but probably not. But good job again. And I'm just going to open the floor to you, and you can thank your sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. You always need a win. What are you talking about? But
true.
I was wondering when he said that.
Yeah.
I didn't know where I was going with it either. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. Just shout out to Keith and the Keith. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I forgot the team name. Grayson Human Racing, in the beer battalion. Yeah. So, and thank you guys for doing the broadcast. It's excellent.
Well, very good. I'm sure Keith will be happy. Keith Hume from Grayson Hume Racing, and he might drop you now that you can't remember his name, but yeah, Keith's an okay dude.
It was a good run.
Yeah, no. Again, congrats. Yeah, good job, and we'll see you next season.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Night.
Hey,
and
Tony, listen. He may get dropped from Hume, but he performed tonight. He might pick up a new team. I don't know.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. So I mean, if anybody looking for a new team, if Keith doesn't, maybe sometimes a little easier to remember if you got a better team name or anything.
Oh my goodness! And you're sounding kind of distorted here too. So I don't know if you changed something with your mic or what, but sounding kind of.
I didn't, but that's kind of weird. But yeah.
Anyway,
don't you have our leader somewhere?
Well, I got our winner, if that's who you're talking about. Tonight, the winner down in Victory Lane with the 50 of Martin Grove. Martin, congratulations, man. What a crazy race. You found yourself at the front. You're able to hold them off through 2 green-white checkers there. come home with the checkered flag, man. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. Hey, Brody, I need an interview in French, please.
Not
possible?
No. I do not.
Okay, but
I do not.
I'm not very good in English, but I'll do my
Hey,
best.
listen. This is all about you anyway. You're on this. You're on stage. So whatever we get, wherever direction we go, is up to you. So man, again, congratulations. What a wild race, though. What a crazy race. A crazy finish there at the end. To hold it off through 2 green, white checker finishes. We were focused kind of on your teammate Alex Murphy because he had 1 win of the season, needed to get some more points. But man, you showed up at the end, were able to hold off those guys and then claim the victory. Man, congrats.
And I was a little bit lucky to be implicated in a wreck a few laps before the end because I thought my car was I don't know what it was scrapped. There was some repair to do, but it was only 15 seconds. So I put more gas to be able to do the 3 green, white checkered, and that's why I won.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, we were talking about the damage on your car too. We were wondering if it's going to slow the car down, but apparently you got enough of it fixed. You were plenty fast enough out there. The 21 was able to give you a great push there on the start. You kind of got out there. There was some chaos behind you. And and that little bit of help and that push, there was just not enough energy to make a move, and you were able to block your way to the win.
Yeah. Does it mean that I'm available to go to the playoffs or not? I don't think so because I don't have enough points, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have to look and see if you're in the top 25 in points. It's kind of the way it works. So we'll see if you've got enough points to get into the top 25, and that win, if you're in the top 25, will vault you there. And I think it's kind of the same position Alex Murphy was in as well because he was below the top 25, but he had that win. So
okay,
we got to do some math. I don't know. We got to figure it out. But either way, man, listen, you need to enjoy it. Celebrate a little bit. First win of the Cup Series season. Just an amazing performance there at the end tonight, and like you said, you put yourself in position. You played the strategy right. You took the fuel you needed. Things just kind of fell into place, and man, you were able to get it done and hold on tonight. So that's awesome. And I know your team too does a lot of posts on Facebook. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with those posts this week.
Yes, I can't wait either. Yes, and I want to thank you, my team. They are not there very often because it is summer and we don't have snow. We have a real summer in Canada, so we take that time outside. But for the next season, we are going to Xfinity season and we'll be there. I wish my team will be there every night.
Yeah, I look forward to that. That's going to be a unique challenge for sure. It's a complete different beast from the Cup car. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to a challenge and glad to have you guys on board for sure. So with that being said,
it's been a long time since we drive them. So
okay, well that's
we will have fun.
Kind of us too. So we'll see what happens. But man, again, congratulations tonight. Celebrate tonight. I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, but first thank to all of you in the league. It's a very good league. I appreciate it. And I want to thank my sponsors. So it's Primo Vélo and Empire 47.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations. Hey, we'll work on that French. I don't know. I'm going to study up on my French to see if we can do.
For next season. Yeah, I need an interview in French for next season.
Absolutely.
Well, I was going to ask him about gas in French, but he kind of answered the question, and I'm glad he did because the Google Translate, I wouldn't have been able to pronounce it anyway.
Tony's over there typing up in Google Translate.
I was. But man, Martin, hell of a job tonight, man. Good job. I believe this is your first win in the league too, if I'm not mistaken, or no? Or maybe not.
The first one. Yeah.
Well, man, way to get that monkey off your back, like we always say, or the monkey holding the wrench off your back. But hell of a job tonight. Good job, man.
And that's the only race that I can win, Talladega and Daytona. So
don't say that.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
I've won Richmond before, so I mean, it can happen. Trust me.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Go enjoy it. Go party, celebrate. We'll see you down in the holler later for a beer. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
There's your winner tonight, the 50 of Mark Garreau getting the win, man. Tony, I know. I was trying to save you from having to do the whole French translation Google Translate thing.
I was looking, and I was going to ask him, how much gas did he have in French? Thankfully, he already answered it. And as I'm looking at the translation, I'm like, I ain't going to be able to do that.
I want you to go ahead and try to say that. Go ahead.
I already removed it from my search history.
Parlez-vous
So
français?
yeah, I don't know. Gaz was gas, I think, but the rest of the words were. I'm a carpenter from Chicago, so it just ain't gonna happen.
Well, I know
But
I know more Spanish than I do French, so we'd be kind of.
that's kind right. That's kind of how I am. So
Yeah.
I know that pretty well. But man, a hell of a race though tonight. And I mean, way to get him to knock that monkey off his back. First win in the league. He's going to Xfinity next year. They're out there enjoying sun in Canada, and I don't know, man. Just an awesome night tonight. Everybody, just a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of bent egos out there, and probably we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion a little later. But man, hell of a race tonight. Very entertaining for us to watch, and I'd imagine everybody in YouTube land are probably had a lot of fun watching as well.
And it was a crazy and exciting race there all the way to the very end. But at the end of the day, Martin Garreau gets his first career win here at FTSR, holding off the 21 of Ray Gill, who was also looking for his first career win. So a couple of newcomers there at the front. Shows you anybody can make it happen here at Daytona. So
Ben Tracy, yeah, all our top three were looking for that first win.
Yeah, I think Ben's got a win in his career, but he's looking for a win this season. So.
Well, yeah, true, yeah.
But anyway, so that's going to do it for us here at Daytona. Remember, if you enjoy what you saw tonight, tune in every Monday night, 9 p.m. for the Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. We have ended our regular season, head into the playoffs next week as we head to Darlington. Boy, that's going to be a challenge for those guys. And I look forward to watching some of these guys wrestle with the Lady in Black. So that should be a lot of fun.
I'm not looking for that on Wednesday. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, Wednesday, the Truck Series is in action as well, and you'll catch it here on Full Throttle Television as well. So make sure to tune in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun to see the truckers battle for position there as they start their playoffs as well. Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle TV. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Daytona, though. For Tony Solari, everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name's Brady Hanna. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had fun like we did, and we'll see you on Wednesday night with the trucks.